Holy shit. That is intense. That is the most intense title screen music ever, right? I know I've already made fun of it before, but still. It doesn't get easier. It's just... Not like it's a bad thing or anything, it's just... It doesn't get easier to, like... It never not surprises you if you have a decent volume setup before. You know, obviously if you're ready for it, you lower the volume, and then you're fine, but... If you just leave it at the volume that you had it at when you stopped playing last time, and then you start that shit up, it's just like... Just get blown away. Holy shit! Anyway, welcome back to another episode of FF14, guys. Hope everyone is doing well. So you can see I'm just getting right back into it. That's because it's gonna be another little short stream. Another 2 hours or so. That'll be that. Because I still have something I have to do, but... Found myself with some free time, and I was like, alright, I'm gonna get another short stream in before I gotta go. So... Today's just gonna be one of those days where it's just multiple... very small segmented streams. So, get back into it. Changing head weather. A resounding roar. What's up, Oyanje? Oyanje's brow is furrowed in thought. We just learned a little bit about the Amaro, right? Well, the ones who can talk here. Leon, might I prevail upon thee to confer with Seto in private? The task of slaying the Light Warden will ultimately be thine, and it is for thee, I believe, that he worries most. Tell him of thy many great deeds. Spoken in earnest, thy words may yet move him to change his mind. Really do as I bade and speak with Seto in private. I shall turn my thoughts towards other solutions meanwhile. Okay. Sounds good. You have spoken with my brethren. Excuse me. Then you see it is not out of scorn that I deny you the relic. That's what Oyanja said, yeah. I simply cannot bear to see men fight and die. Not anymore. None of us can. To lose one who has placed a gentle hand on us, even once, fills our hearts with untold sorrow, as my brothers and sisters will readily attest. Even once. So it's like, I give you one little head pat, and that's it. You just become so attached that you're just like, no, don't die, please. Just from one tiny little head pat. This is something I must do. What am I to make of such declarations? Tell me, why do you wish this? To make the world a better place for everybody? This land is no longer man's to fight for, nor will your doing so compel the Feyfolk to change. And in order to obtain the other relics, you will already have paid the due price. Not more is owed. Why then would you risk all to face our fallen king? Keep a promise to my friends. What did you say? The very words. Could it be mere coincidence? Wait, really? Does he say this no matter what answer you give him, or...? That's just kind of what I felt like saying. I just didn't want to go with the cheesy saving the world thing. Very well. You may believe what you say, but we shall see if you have the strength to do it. Sin Eaters have been prowling the area of late. Prove yourself against them, and I will consider giving you the relic. See that you are well prepared, then meet me in the clearing to the east. There I will lure out the fiends that you may slay them. I will use my voice to lure out the Sin Eaters, as I once did when I hunted with an old friend. A feeble cry for the ravenous, a mighty roar for the territorial. I still remember the tricks. But come, we begin at your signal. Okay. Ready then? Very well. Hey, he wasn't kidding. Holy shit. Alright, let's go. Ooh, there's more. Getting you. Bears! What does this do again? I have no fucking idea. You've made short work of those creatures, I will not deny it. I've seen enough. Let us return to Wallachdoor. Right behind you, buddy. By the ease with which you slew those Sin Eaters, I see that you are capable. However, I still require time to think. If you should be willing, there is a favor I would ask of you. Memento of a friend. This is not a test of your strength, but a personal request. Please hear my tale. A while ago, I fought Sin Eaters who had wandered into Ilmeg. In the heat of battle, I dropped a prized possession, a medallion. Of all the places that it should fall, it was Longmirror Lake. We Amaro are not fond of water. We certainly cannot dive very deep. I briefly entertained the thought of turning to the Floss, but they are more likely to keep my medallion out of mischief than return it to me. I had despaired of retrieving my treasure, but having seen what you are capable of, perhaps you will be able to find it. While I ponder your request for the shoes, will you not go and search for my medallion? If it should elude even you, I will accept that it is gone forever. Autorun failed me. I vaguely remember what this is. House of the First Light. Yep. There it is. Ah, you are returned. How fared your search? I got this. Despite its age and prolonged submersion, this golden medallion still retains its luster. Here you go.
My medallion! You found it! Oh, I know not how to thank you. It is my most treasured possession. A gift from a dear departed soul. He was a traveler, and together we journeyed to the ends of the world and back again. When I was young. In those days, I could not speak, but we found joy in each other's company nonetheless. Oh, the memories. This medallion he found during an adventure, fashioned it into a necklace for me, his partner in crime. I had not the words to tell him then, but it filled my heart with pride. I was so happy. His name was Artbert, and he was my friend.
Artbert, thou sayest?
Everyone blamed him for the flood, him and his comrades. Some few spoke up for them, of the many whose lives they had touched. But as the years went by, their voices were drowned out by those who only uttered the adventurers' names as a curse. It was too much to bear, and so I left behind men and their lies, and came to this place. Artbert was a trusting soul, constantly being drawn into the troubles of others. Yet in spite of this, he never thought twice when he saw someone in need. He always tried to help. It was no different then. The world needed heroes. It needed him. And yet, he was a good man. He deserved to be happy. I wish I could have told him that, at least.
I'm sure everybody knows how you feel.
You remind me of him. Your kindness. When we Amaro were created, we were granted the ability to perceive souls. Thus did we recognize our masters. That ability has long since faded from our kind. But due, perhaps, to my reversion, I can see your soul. Faintly, but surely. It is reminiscent of Artbert's. Strikingly so. Of course, you are you and no one else. We are defined not by the soul we are born with, but the path we walk. Nevertheless, I cannot help but feel that this is more than mere coincidence. Which is why I will place my faith in you. The relic. It is yours.
There's trouble! Terrible trouble!
Has something happened at Lida Loran?
Together with the twins, we were playing tricks on some nasty mortals to stop them from setting foot in Il Meg. At first they ran off screaming, which was lots of fun. But But then a scary, bony, wrinkly old mortal came along and spoiled everything. None of our tricks seemed to work on him, which is no fun at all. And now they're getting closer and closer.
Has to be Ranjit.
Ranjit. If he manages to find his way in, all our efforts will have been for naught. As thou sayest. Should we be discovered ere our mission here is complete, and the Light Warden yet liveth, our task will be rendered nigh impossible. If we are to prevail, we must needs divide our forces. Thus do I propose the following. Whilst thou salliest forth to meet with the Light Warden, we shall join in the effort to obstruct the trespassers. Should we succeed in staying their advance, all the better. Yet even should we fail, if we can but delay our enemy's arrival long enough for thee to secure victory, our plan may still be deemed a success. So the moment the lights go out, we all beat a hasty retreat, yes?
Let me come with you. I have the blessing too.
No, Midfelia. You'll only get on the foot. Now come.
I wish there were more I could do. Please be careful.
It's a thought that counts, Ophelia. Thanks for the offer. Gentlemen, milady, good luck to both of us. Alright. Things are on a time limit. We gotta step on it! What the hell does that say? Akla Orm Inn. Or Akla Orma Inn. Forgive me. It seems my indecision has cost you precious time. But I am convinced now. Convinced that you will triumph. To the south you will find the bridge to Liagia. As the bearer of the 4 relics, the gate to the castle will open to you. I think we can fly. But that's a long way. We'll show in general what the path looks like getting there. That thing. It's just a flower. I was like, what is that? What the fuck is going on there? Quite pretty, isn't it? Big old cookie. I mean, castle. Excuse me. Sir? Lady? Actually, I think... I don't know. The camera's too zoomed out. The gate has recognized that you bear all 4 relics. The seal is broken. Well, in that case, we better get in there and fuck shit up before the prisoner comes out. All that remains is to enter the castle and confront Titania, a being bereft of reason and mercy. It is sure to be a ferocious battle, but if anyone can bring an end to our king's torment, it is you. Yet know this, my adorable sapling. Though we Fey folk may appear to live unfettered lives, there are still laws that bind us. To take back as much as is taken, to create as much as is destroyed, to give as much as is received. In all things, balance must be preserved, and the same will be asked of you. But worry not. Come what may, your beautiful branch will ever be at your side. That's cute. I like the big fairy wings on the castle, too. She's a bit of a hothead, but she's incredibly nice to us. There's 3 of us here now. Oh yeah, I might have forgotten to do this. And to enter the dancing plague with a party of other players. Yeah, there's no trust system or duty support system, as it's now called, for this. The dancing plague. The white dress, the shell crown, the stone scepter, the crystal shoes. Having acquired the 4 Fey relics through considerable effort, you now stand ready to break the seal over Lia Gia and confront the Light Warden of Ilneg, the fallen Fairy King, Titania. Yet even as you hunt the Sin Eater, you are in turn hunted by the forces of Yulmore, who have thrown all caution to the wind and marched resolutely on the Fairy Kingdom. There you go. And now we play the waiting game. I see 2 little Midgies. Midgard Stormer, I mean. Alright, fuck it. A waiting game. Y'all know what that means. Hopefully it's quick, but no guarantees, right? So, while we wait. In 1 second. Alright, I'm back. So we just wait. Well, that didn't take very long. I didn't think it would. The average wait time as well as, you know, tank privilege. So let's just get into it now, then, shall we? Alright, in we go. Here's hoping I've learned a thing or two from Yojimbo, which is actually Gilgamesh. And I pay more attention to my party list this time and don't fuck up when it comes to, you know, co-taking and all that. Who goes there? Are you the one who broke the seal? Or what if I am? Light Warden Titania. Ah, so much time lost. So much frolicking and feasting left undone. I guess I have to do what I must. Gotta put her down. We must make up for it, we must. Beginning by playing with you. That's my coaching. Okay.
Come on, please. For the night is bright. Sleep when you're dead.
Can you guess which ones I've said? I don't always voice everything they say for some reason. Divination Ruination. That's right, whoever has the pink stance needs to face that away from everyone else. I remember that. This is where main taking actually does give some extra responsibility.
When you play with fire. We're sick of this crapped old castle. Let's
Twist and Sprout! Nice Beatles reference, I guess. Red Mage is down. Bright Sabbath. My movement was probably trash at that point, but I think I avoided getting people killed. I don't know. The more the merrier. Join us, my children. But which one is he targeting? Apparently he has the aggro of all of them, but he died. So it's a good thing I had my tank stance on. Right, he's back. And now I'm dead too. Probably didn't see a move charging up. I'm gonna think about it, I don't know how he died either. Did not mean to double click there. shit, this isn't going well. Our healers are gonna die. We're fucked. As soon as I saw both white mages die, I was like, we're dead. Yeah, things haven't changed. Ever since my first playthrough of Shadowbringers, people told me people hate this boss because it can be quite tough, especially on newer players. They're not wrong. I didn't realize the healers were down. Oh, the other red mage in the party. Oh yeah, they could have revived. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I didn't see it. I didn't see it happen. See? I'm not the only one who, you know, sometimes doesn't look at the party lists when they should. It happens, you know? Momentary lapse of concentration, and it's over. Just like that. At least we have Echo, 10%. Oh, hold on, I gotta... Didn't realize Pink Sense was still on. I'm gonna get hit. I didn't want to endanger everybody else, so... And yeah, obviously I probably ran the wrong way. I should have gone the other way before when I had the chance. Shit. Fuck you, puck. Yeah, basically the red mage, what happened to them was what happened to me with Yojimbo. They weren't watching the party list and they forgot to revive the healers because they didn't even notice. It's like how I didn't notice my toe tank died on that trial way back then. Is there any reason why he goes for those ones? I think that happened twice now. Can you actually get knocked off the platform, or is that just... None of just some wide spread out markers. Okay.
Dance like the leaves on the
Damn!
This is so much fun! Let's play some more.
It's not. Don't lose focus now, come on. Oh shit! That was fucking close. Somebody else beat her ass. Hell yeah! A samurai. That was good. You play rougher, bitch. Take it. Sure. I had to. How did I not get hit by that? I was standing like right next to this. My coat tank and somehow I didn't get hit. Feels bad, man? That's one of our party members.
Play no more.
Good riddance. Said Feels Bad Man got an achievement. I found in the chat log. Good name. Your soul is mine. No, just your like. May her soul rest in peace. You know, the kind and just ruler that she used to be when she was not a sin eater yet. And there we go. That was good. Pretty epic, this that determined look on his face. The castle. Wish we could see more of it than this big ass hall, but that's all we get. Get the hell out of here.
You have freed our fallen king. Not that I expected any less, my Snayak. The dress, the crown, the scepter, the shoes. The time has come for these relics to serve their true purpose. For they are not only keys to the castle, they are also blessings to be bestowed upon the new king. The way into the castle is opened when it is time to relieve the reigning monarch of the throne. And the brave soul who does the deed has the honor of taking their place. However, should you ascend the throne, you will become one of us, never again to live as men do.
I got shit to do, I can't do that.
My adorable sapling, my precious mortal. We Fae folk live forever, but such is not your virtue. To strive for a dream you will never see, to sow seeds that others might one day taste the fruits of your garden, that is the beauty of your kind. Burn bright and shine as only you can. These blessings, your lovely branch will accept in your stead.
Holy shit!
Kinla, Ilishla, Ilmek, Okbra.
Oh, she's the new Titanium. It's very similar to the previous one.
Now, shall we attend to those unwise enough to trespass in our realm?
I guess she was meant to be a pixie too, alright? The previous one. We never knew her name. Well, at least this one's not a sin eater, and she's most definitely on my side, so. Eat this, Ranjit.
Confound it. How did they get here so fast?
Damn these pixies and their tricks!
How in the seven hells?
Listen well. We come in pursuit of villains who have fled to this land. You know who and where they are. Now show yourselves and answer me before I lose my patience.
Oh, stop! It hurts! It hurts! You bastard!
Enough! Lift the enchantment!
Minfilia, willful child. How many times must I come to collect you?
I won't return to Yulmore. And I won't let you hurt my friends.
What is this stance? Where did you learn it? No oracle I trained would make such an unseemly show of herself. Know your shame, gal. You're powerless. You have no life nor purpose, save that which our master sees fit to permit.
Who are you to dictate her purpose? To lock her away and deny her a life? If she was powerless, it's because of you, you sanctimonious swine. But no longer.
Fool! Defiance only begets more suffering. It is through acceptance alone that one may find solace in this god's-forsaken world.
Look! The sky!
I was gonna say that's still not for you to decide, jackass. Oh, I see. So this was all happening while we were fighting Titania.
He's done it. The warrior of darkness has triumphed.
General? What are our orders? What do we do?
We do what we came to do. Subdue this rabble and find the warrior of darkness.
Forward, men! Take the villains captive! Are you deaf? I said...
Axla Orwain! Axla Orwain! What's happening? Water? That wasn't there before. Ah!
Orwaik Ansasi, Orwaik Kinsi.
What's the matter with you? Get a hold of yourselves, damn it! General, they come in greater numbers. We must retreat!
All who stand with a warrior of darkness shall face justice. My master demands it.
And stay out of here, jackasses. That was good. Everyone got a little slice of the action. The Numo, you know, even they got some. That was cool. Serves them right, assholes.
I see. Well, it's a good thing Feaul volunteered to become king in your stead, for all our sakes.
Otherwise I'd be trapped there forever.
We are grateful for your timely aid, Feaul, or should I say, your majesty.
It was the first night in recent memory. We all of us but wish to make the most of it. That's something you must remember about us Fae folk. Though our existence may be eternal, we exist only for the present. We live in the here and now, paying no mind to futures that may or may not be. To wit, we are not driven as men are. We cannot fight for such causes as men do.
Does that mean you won't aid us against the Sin Eaters?
Not unless the mood takes us. But if it was to repay a debt, well then, that's another matter. To take back as much as is taken. To create as much as is destroyed. To give as much as is received. Such is the way of Ilmeg. By this law, we shall lend you our strength. In return for the beautiful sky you have restored to us. In times of need, do not hesitate to call.
Yes, you reminded me of that before. Aww. I want to say both, but I'll say this one. I'll be sad to lose you.
Silly sapling. I shall remain at your side.
Sweet!
Should my body be in the castle, 'tis a simple thing to have a little part of me accompany you. Treat them as you would this Nephis.
Yeah, like I said, this part bored me until the very end, which is right now. The payoff is excellent. Most of Ilmeg was like resident sleeper for me, but at the end I was like... almost crying tears of joy right now. Pure luck that we managed to hold the Omorans at bay long enough for you to succeed, but we have earned some good fortune. And while it is plain we've not seen the last of General Ranjit, I for one am glad to delay our reckoning with him a while longer. Me too. I don't think I'm strong enough to kill him yet. Seems I was wrong about your friend. Had Feaul not stepped in, you'd be frolicking with the fairies by now. Yeah, good thing she was looking out for me. My, beautiful tree branch, or however she put it. Or olive branch, I don't know. Well done, my friend. You put me to shame, laying low a light warden, while I struggled to land a blow on a man old enough to be my great-grandson. Damn. That's one way of putting it. I'm going to train harder. Having seen what you've achieved, it's the least I can do. Well, I'll be there to help, Infilia. Me and Tancred will be there to guide you along the way. Ne'er for a moment did I doubt that thou wouldst triumph over thy foe, yet the majesty of thine achievement delighteth me none the less. Night hath returned to Ilmeg, and we stand one step closer to delivering the first from its doom, and averting the 8th Ambral calamity. 'Tis but a pity thou wert not present to see the Faefolk put the Omorans to flight. 'Twas a sight to raise the spirits, I do assure thee. Oh, it was, yeah. The hell just happened to the weather? Ah, but what valuable allies they might prove, were the mood only to pick them. They only live for the here and now, though. Not the future. Though the battle is over, the war is far from won. Let us fix our gaze upon the road ahead. Right on. Alright, Daddy Thancred, where are we going next? Big wheel keeps on turning. Proud, something keeps on burning. I forget the lyrics. The wheel turns. The wheel turns. I knew you could do it, not only because of your blessing. You have a strength all your own, and it has seen us through many a trial. Well, thanks. Might be why Mommy Hyland picked me, I don't know. With the Warden defeated, I believe our work here is done. It is time we were going. Together, needless to say. It's a bitter end, the fate of our two worlds being at stake and all that. Yep. Now then, I suggest we hurry back to the Crystarium. Much and more may have happened while we were frolicking with the Fey folk. That Ranjit elected to pursue us makes me hopeful that the city was spared Gilmore's attentions, but I would sooner see for myself. Besides, I believe I speak for us all, when I say that I've had a belly full of Ilmeg. Thank you, yes, that's exactly what I was thinking my first time through too. I was like, let me get us the hell out of here, please. Let us away before the fairies think to play with us again. Can't see what Alfino did, but, you know, Alistair was just like... Oh, perfect timing, right as the song ended, before it started looping again. I see nothing out of the ordinary. Oh, it looks peaceful. The city appeareth unchanged from when last I visited. There is the self-same comforting hum of activity in the air. Though we spend most of our time on the road, Minfili and I actually have apartments here. Perhaps now we may finally make use of them. All seems well, thank goodness. She feels responsible for Gilmore chasing us, so...
All seems well at the Crystarium.
We arrived just in time for nighttime?
Yulmore was plainly more concerned with finding us. How flattering.
Looks like it just got dark all of a sudden.
You certainly took your time. I had half resolved to complete the task myself.
And you are...
Were one to study the annals of Garlean history, one would find yonder visage on many a page. Though by rights its youth should long since have faded.
Well, well, we have a historian in our midst. That spares me a lengthy explanation. I am Solus Sos Galvus, founding father of the Garlean Empire, and under various guises, the architect of myriad other imperially inclined nations. As for my true identity... You bastard! I am Emmett Selk, Asian.
Gaius spoke of you, a native of the Source.
Equal in rank to La Habrea. And you came all this way just to introduce yourself to us?
Behold the sky, restored to its former glory. Have you ever seen a more affecting spectacle? Oh, it is truly, deeply... infuriating. Do you have any idea how much you have delayed the rejoining?
Following the flood, the first had been listing ever further towards the light, towards stasis. The end was in sight. Enter man and his indomitable spirit. He would haul the world back from the brink. And adding his lumpen weight to the power of growth, he duly tipped the scales, if only by a fraction. Yet a fraction was enough to spoil the perfect imbalance needed to bring about a rejoining. Had mankind continued to live in idleness under Vorthri's rule, all the conditions would have been met. But you had to come and ruin it all.
You mad, bro?
Thanks to your meddling, light supremacy is in doubt, and our painstakingly laid plans are in tatters.
Well, I should begin by thanking you for confirming Urianger's theories on the inner workings of the Calamity. He will be most pleased. As for what happens next, might I suggest you admit defeat and walk away?
Happy to let me go, are you? Because the murderous glint in your eye suggests otherwise. Indeed, it is enough to make me think better of confronting you alone. Look, it did cross my mind to simply side with Vorthri and kill you all. But that's no different from what La Habre did. And we all know how well that ended for him. And so, while it is liable to be troublesome, I have settled upon a different approach. Cooperation. I will not raise a hand to hinder your hunt for the Light Wardens. If you desire it, I will even lend you my knowledge and strength.
Since time immemorial, you and yours have labored to rejoin the 13 shards, at the cost of countless lives. Do you expect us to believe that your objective has suddenly changed?
Nay, our objective is the same as it ever was. Though I dare say, you do not know our motive. A war waged without knowledge of the enemy is no war. It is mere bloodletting. Just once, might we not seek to find common ground? For good or ill, I am immortal. Provided I have the inclination, I can always begin anew, scheme and conspire to my heart's content. But this time I thought that I might instead try to see eye to eye, to understand what drives the hero of the Source, to determine if our goals are truly incompatible. So come, shed your preconceptions. See beyond the unscrupulous villains you take us for. When all is said and done, we may find ourselves pleasantly surprised. The proud discoverers of a path of cooperation rather than opposition. Think of it.
Thou hast delivered thy proposal, and we would not dismiss it outright. If I may offer thee counsel, however, to make thy case via an illusion reflecteth poorly upon thy sincerity.
My apologies. You will forgive me if I'm not entirely at ease in the presence of a famed Ascian Slayer. I felt it only prudent to take precautions. Nonetheless, your counsel is duly noted. I take my leave, friends. Rest assured, we shall meet again soon.
native to the source. Again, so does that make him like... So is he unique amongst Asians for being someone who was like also, I don't know, human? It brings up the same questions. Like, he started the Empire, and he's an Asian, but he also obviously had kids, Varus, you know. You know, people take the throne. So it's like, how does that work exactly? Have they ever gone into that? Still the same question I had before. But now we know his name, his real name. Emmet Selk. The third one, right? La Habrea, Elidibus, Emmet Selk. Finding common ground with an Asian. My entire being rebels at the very notion. Yeah. Why would he suddenly want to help us or not stand in our way after that angry rant he went on? Something's not right about that guy. That an Asian of Emmet's self-standing should willingly reveal himself unto us, and at this of all junctures, is most interesting. He appears to be gone, but I won't be lowering my guard just yet. So that was an Asian. Tancred told me about them. Sure he did. Cooperation? He can't be serious, can he? Well, we've certainly been given much to ponder, but first things first. We should report to the Exarch. You can run along, Leon. We're perfectly capable of handling this little task. In light of your recent exertions, I'd say you earned a rest. No, not those kind of exertions. Go on, take yourself off to bed. We'll see you later, refreshed and ready for more. Alright. See y'all later then. The beautiful night sky, right? It's easy to take it for granted anywhere else. But here in the first, not so much. And the Crystal Tower is huge up close. In Realm Reborn, we couldn't get this close, you know? Whoa! Hello, my good sir. Ah, welcome back, sir. We've been expecting you. You'll find refreshments laid out in your quarters. We hope they are to your liking. Will you be retiring now? Yes. Very good, sir. I bid you a pleasant evening. Thank you very much. Ooh. Handwritten missive. I hope the past few days have not been overly taxing. Pray take your rest and recover. Those look delicious.
Exarch, is it? With that mirror of his, he can watch your every move, you know. You'll probably think you're talking to yourself.
That mirror of it. Oh! So that's what that is? The portal to the source in the chambers where the Exarch is? Apparently it's a mirror. But yeah, like I was saying, I didn't think Ardbert would break in that quickly, but those sandwiches look fucking delicious, man.
Still, he's keeping you well fed. Judging by his people's faith in him, he seems to be a decent sort. But so much about him remains shrouded in mystery. Like, what was he doing back in my day? There was no such person when I was around. A lot's happened since the flood, though. Since I was set adrift. I know little more than you do of this city's history and the Exarch's past. Not that it matters. It's Emmett Selk we should be concerned about. When our world was about to be consumed by light, the Ascian in white appeared before us. He said that the only way for us to live on was to bring about the rejoining.
A conversation on the moon.
Desperate as we were, we heeded his words, not realizing that the flood was of the Ascian's own making. They cannot be trusted. None of them. But Emmett Selk had one thing right. One should not fight blindly. That's what we did. And it cost us everything we held dear.
Be a total prick and just be like, you're putting me off my dinner. I want to eat, fool. I want to say not everything, but I also want to see what he says about Seto. Tell me about Seto. Your partner in crime.
What about Seto? What is there to say? All right. He's done some growing. When we were traveling together, he was nowhere near as big. And he obviously couldn't speak. I had no idea how much that medallion meant to him. What about you, anyway? You must have a friend like Seto? Chocobo, perhaps? Come on, you tell me something for a change.
They do value Crispy Colonel quite a bit, yeah. He's a cutie. I haven't brought him out to play in a while, but I think he'll be getting some... He'll be able to stretch his legs in Endwalker, I think. He'll be of great help there. Or everything's going to be within 10 levels of me. You'll have some chance for growth. Holy shit! Leon was hungry. He ate all the sandwiches? How many were there? Jesus, dude! Well, then again, he was able to put back all those flatbread things filled with cactus fruits. The mush whatever things from Amarang, right? Leon's got a stomach of steel. Apparently it's also bottomless. Shit. A party soon divided. Hopefully not for illful reasons. Good evening to you, sir. I do hope you are well rested. Yeah, more or less. The Exarch and your companions are presently gathered in the ocular. He asks that you convene with them at your earliest convenience. Excuse me. That's a lot of convening. Whew. Oh, I was trying to target. This fool. You have business with the Crystal Exarch. You say the word and I would be happy to escort you to the ocular. Like always, my good friend. Like always. What's up?
Ah, there you are. You're just in time to welcome our guest.
Aren't I always? Wait, what guest? Had to speak for Leon.
Please. Did I not explicitly tell you that we would be meeting again soon?
This guy.
Lest you forget, I made you a promise. I have no intention of meddling with your mission. I come only to observe. Your Exarch friend in particular has piqued my curiosity. Summoning you all like that. Most impressive.
You honestly expect us to believe you've come only to observe? Or that you might deign to lift a finger to aid our cause if called upon? Even if there were a sliver of truth in your words, I would never accept your help. Not in my darkest hour. Not after all the suffering your kind has wrought.
So petty. I meant what I said, and I said what I meant. Wage your war against the Sin Eaters, put each and every Light Warden to the sword, prove yourselves heroes, brave and true, and I will be glad to embrace you as allies. Allies worthy of bearing the burden of truth. Surely such a partnership would be preferable to yet another round of fisticuffs.
Fisticuffs, that phrase.
And thus did the olive branch wither and die. Pity. Well, let no man say I did not try, futile as it was. Though I suspect you will seek me out when you grow tired of making the same mistakes. Difficult decisions lie ahead of you. Decisions best made with the benefit of knowledge to which only the Eternal are privy. For now, I shall resume my shadowy vigil. Whatever you choose to do, make sure it's worth watching, would you?
What was that all about?
A vain attempt to make us doubt our chosen course, most like. As if we'd believe a word that passed his lips. Unless you think there is some truth in what he says.
I was gonna say a colonel, perhaps, but I like this answer much better. I don't know, but if he crosses us, I'll make him wish he hadn't. That.
I'm sure you will. But consider for a moment. If he meant simply to lead us astray, he could have done so without revealing himself. At least, not in the manner he did. It goes without saying that an alliance with the Ascians is out of the question. But since we have no way of knowing where they might be hiding, it seems only logical to press on with our mission, even if our enemy seems content for it to succeed.
Then let us discuss the Sin Eaters. I would begin by thanking you all for your efforts thus far. In striking down the Light Wardens of Lakeland and Ilmeg, you have accomplished more in your short time here than all of our forces managed in the last century.
That may be, but the Wardens of Calusia, Amareng, and Raktika remain.
Indeed, and their precise whereabouts are as yet unknown. Which is why I propose we divide our forces and conduct a systematic survey of each region. Once we have found our quarry, we may then determine how best to proceed.
I'll take Amareng in that case. I know the lie of the land well enough.
If there are no objections, I will make for Calusia. I have connections there both in and around Yulmore that may prove useful.
Then I would ask that you journey to Raktika. There you will find Y'shtola. With her assistance, I doubt the Warden will evade your grasp for long.
Is Y'shtola the conjurer you and Urianger used to talk about?
That's right. Though we haven't spoken much since she left for the forest. I fear I may be to blame for that. I had every intention of relaying the news of your arrival, but she is disinclined to speak with me. You have visited her, have you not? Might I trouble you to...
Twould be no trouble.
My thanks. While you are all out in the field, I shall be here attending to business. I had somewhat fancifully contemplated joining the search myself, but other matters demand my attention.
What's that?
A missive from Lord Vorthry. He invites me to join him in Yulmore to discuss the recent conflict at Lida Luran.
And? Did he even bother to offer any bait? It's obviously a trap.
I should be surprised if it were not. Nevertheless, I must seize this opportunity to speak with him, even if only a few words are exchanged. Though my power will be much diminished so far from the tower, it is a risk I am willing to take. Master Alphino, might I impose upon you to accompany me to Yulmore prior to beginning your reconnaissance?
Of course.
Then let us make ready. Safe travels to you all.
So he's gonna go have a little sit down with Vorthry while we go look for Y'shtola, who I caught him saying this. Apparently he doesn't want to talk to him. Wonder why. At last, I can finally meet Y'shtola. Tancred has told me so much about her. Trying to target Tancred. Minfilia and I are no strangers to Raktika, but this is perhaps the first time we've bothered entering through the proverbial front door. Being always on the run, it'd be like that. I should be glad to apprise thee of Y'shtola's recent endeavors during our journey to Raktika. Sweet! We have shit to talk about. On the way there. There are so many ruins scattered throughout Almerain. I'm honestly not even sure where to start. I confess, a great deal of my time in Colusia was spent befriending the people, but that is not to say I gave no thought to our primary goal. Once I have escorted the Exarch to Yulmore, you can be certain I will do all I can to discern the whereabouts of any warden that may be hiding in Colusia. Right on. Count on you, buddy. Before you leave, I would make a request of you. Alright. What's up, friend? There is a church, or rather, the ruins of a church, at Fort Job. Might I ask that you go there before seeking out Y'shtola? It was a place where people once gathered to worship the light. Alas, it has long since fallen into disuse. Yet within that hall there remains a tablet whose writings I believe may prove of use to Y'shtola. At the very least, such a relic would make a suitable gift for your reunion. A most considerate proposal. Very well. Ere we depart to Raktika, we shall journey on to Fort Job that we might secure this relic. Off we go then. Safe travels, Leon. I pray that tablet and its contents prove of interest to Y'shtola. Guess we'll find out. What's up, guys? I do not doubt this place may weather another assault by the Sin Eaters, but they cannot hope to hold it should the Yomoran soldiers return. Even with their limited numbers, the guard can use the terrain to their advantage. Perhaps I can convince the captain to lay a few traps out in the field. Tancred and I have come across these ruined churches before. I wish I could have seen them before the flood. The windows were works of art, I'm told. Yeah, they usually are. Here amidst these ruins we will find the Church of the First Light, and within that hollowed hall the tablet we seek. Time is of the essence, my friend. Let us be quick. A little faith goes a long way, right? That might be how that saying goes, I don't know. At the height of Lakeland's prosperity, these sites served not as man's final bastion, but as testament to his ingenuity and architectural prowess. The Church of the First Light was responsible for many such marvels, building majestic chapels in every corner of the realm. Alas, the flood with its inexorable tides would drown nigh every one, and did all but put an end to the religion as a whole. For the creatures which then did rise from that fulgent deluge were seen as agents of divine punishment, sent to devour sin and sinner both, whence came the name of Sin Eater. Thankfully, somebody finally explains that. I was waiting almost halfway through the game here. About 40% now. The people were lost, seemingly forsaken by their god. Yet where there is light, there hath ever been shade, and 'twas in the dark they sought solace. The most devout of these worshippers of shadow did then migrate to the Raktika Greatwood, but that is a tale for another time. For now, let us find what remaineth of the chapel here. The music! You guys hear the piano just now? It's going in. Despite their architectural prowess, I can make neither head nor tail of anything in this place. You'd think the remnants of a church would be more conspicuous. I think this is it. Yeah, look, there's an altar right there. 2 entrances to the back rooms. The main entrance right there. Yeah, this is it. I was wondering where Minfilia went. There she is. I've seen no sign of the church, but it must be around here somewhere. I already recognize it. This is it. Would be most unusual, but mayhap the hall was built below ground. The Church of the First Light. Yep, this looks like it's it. Aye, this is indeed the church we seek. It's surprisingly intact. What little is left of the churches I've seen until now has always borne the scars of decades of disuse. Its subterranean construction hath done much to protect the hall from the ravages of time, yet the reason for its remarkable preservation may be deduced from its decoration. As faith in the light did wane, so rose reverence for the dark, naturally. And its followers did want for places of worship. To be plain, the standards which do adorn these walls belong not to those who built them, but to worshippers of the dark, the Knights Blessed, who subsequently migrated to Raktika, yes? Indeed. It was beneath the shaded boughs of the Raktika Greatwood that they finally found sanctuary. Often many times did Yulmore make spurious overtures of friendship unto them, but they are no fools. The Exarch knoweth full well that Y'shtola in her seclusion doth labor to learn all she may of the Blessed in their past. 'Tis why he sent us here, I now see. The tablet of which he spoke no doubt provideth a glimpse into the history that she so yearneth to comprehend. Well then, we'd better hurry up and find it. I forgot to mention this when we first saw Thancred. But 5 years, the dude lost his tan that he had, and he looks younger. But that's probably just because he shaved off the little goatee he had going on back in the Source when he was a rogue. Ophelia? I can barely see my hand in front of my face. If only that torch were a little closer. What's this? Were the tablet a fragment of Holy Scripture, it would most assuredly rest here on this altar. Yet this would, I presume, also have been where the Blessed place the front of seeing, or the font of seeing, used in the practice of their faith. Whither then would they have set the tablet? Probably somewhere very close by. Can anyone tell me what this infernal tablet even looks like? Sometimes you gotta take a step back. Take it all in, and then you'll have a better understanding, or at least a clue as to where to look. Stay too close to a project for too long, and you might miss what's right in front of you. Search your surroundings for the tablet. Move the camera as well as zoom in and out. Target with R2, yeah. Target and inspect with R2 or X, got it. That's right in front of our faces. Like right there. It took me forever to find my first time here. My first playthrough, I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to be looking for? You have located the time-worn tablet. Should have checked if I could actually zoom in on everybody else, though. I think it's just my memory of how long it took last time. I just wanted to get it done and over with. Because sometimes you can zoom into other things and other characters will comment if they're nearby. Within the altar, thou sayest? Yeah, right there. How were you able to see it in the dark? And inside the altar of all places. Trust me, it was a fucking nightmare my first time through. I certainly hope this is what we were looking for. Naught escapeth thine eye, 'twould seem. This is indeed the tablet we seek. Curious. These engravings predate the Knights Blessed. If I am not mistaken, they are writ in the script of the ancient Empire of Ronka, whose capital once stood in the midst of what is now Raktika. It will be no small matter to decipher them. A fine gift for our seeker of truth. It's plain the Exarch understandeth Y'shtola only too well. But come, let's quit this place and make ready for our journey into the woods. Now I see the meaning behind that quest name. Double entendre of sorts. Like, it's referring to the faith of the Knights Blessed, you know, the religion or whatever. But also, having faith that you'll eventually find it. You'll eventually find it. Still, I do wonder how many other people actually get stuck here looking for that fucking tablet. Maybe it was just me. I'll have to eventually get around to watching other people's playthroughs. Thancred mentioned Y'shtola's passion for learning. I expect the tablet is just the sort of thing she'd like? Yeah, she'll love it, actually. It'll be a peace offering by the Exarch. Should we not be going? We have a gift to deliver. Into the dark. Ere we depart, there is a custom of the Knights Blessed which I feel compelled to elucidate. As one might expect, they deem light to be abhorrent, and everything it touches befouled. Thus do they take the utmost pains to protect all they can from its taint, including their very names. To speak plain, it is the belief of the Blessed that one's own name must ne'er be uttered in the light of the everlasting day. Yet this commandment precludeth not the use of another's. So what do you mean? Thus do parents protect their children, and in rare cases masters their disciples. So it is that Y'shtola hath taken the name of Master Matoya. Lest we offend them, I bid you speak not her true name in the Blessed's presence. I'm sure I follow what he meant by that little phrase or by that other thing he said though. With that in mind, let us speak with the guard who keepeth vigil at the Greatwood's border. So I think what we meant to say was basically that they protect each other by not even addressing each other with their real names. So I think that should have gone without saying if they already don't use their own real names on themselves. Meaning, if they don't declare themselves by their own real name already, I would think they would address each other the same way. So that should have just gone without saying, but that's what I think he meant. I know I have no reason to, but I can't help feeling nervous about meeting Y'shtola. Even with this hype-ass music? It will be good to see Y'shtola again. I pray thee heed mine explanation of the Blessed's customs, so be ill-advised to provoke their ire. Loud and clear, man. No real names mentioned. Well met, traveler. What business brings you here? I need to go through this gate. Yes, of course. Right this way.
No matter how far he goes, man cannot resist looking back on the path he has walked.
As soon as we came in, Lahi just blast you in the face.
The untold stories and secrets of the past can be more alluring than the promise of tomorrow. And so he braves the forests of Raktika in search of mystery and wonder. Of Ronka, to which all seekers of hidden truths are inevitably drawn.
We have arrived. Vast though these woods may be, they are, by and large, uninhabitable. Not so the swamps of Cydia, however, whose sparse foliage permitted man a foothold.
No lands must remain beyond our grasp. Go forth, conquer, rule! Forgive me. A sudden pang of nostalgia for those halcyon days. Exploring virgin territories, subjugating primitive peoples, all for the glory of Garlemald.
If you've brought your ivory standard, I'll be happy to tell you where to stick it.
Can we not simply take a moment to enjoy the view together? Or would you rather I spied on you from the shadows? Much more of this, and I may very well begin to regret my show of good faith.
If you really want to stay, then help us fight.
No, I think not. I am an observer, nothing more.
The look of shock on his face, though, for a moment there.
Even shielded by the shadows of these boughs, I feel the light's presence most keenly. To accompany you is taxing enough. To fight is out of the question.
I will suffer your company if I must, but not your commentary.
Tancred has told me of the Ascians and what they have done. If he isn't willing to help, is it wise to let him stay with us? None of us want him here, honestly. If he never opened his mouth again, it would be too soon. What is it now? You expect me to regale you with friendly banter? Making fun of what everybody else pretty much does if you talk to them, right? Oh, very well. I will humor you this once. You may consider it my latest act of good faith. Come on then. What do you wish to know? Why choose this form here in the first? Well, what a curious question. Mortal flesh is but the vessel into which we Asians pour the elixir of our souls, molding it as fits the occasion. Or not, if we so choose. Be it for a year or a millennium, I prefer to retain the same form until my duty is done. So, after arriving here in the first, I fashioned some hapless body into the man you see before you. Though, as your friend over there can attest, there are those of us who forego such alterations. He was ever the rash one, Lahabrea, jumping from vessel to vessel, never heeding the toll it took on him. It takes a toll on you, huh? So Tancred was just one of many that he used. It was just his last vessel before. Well, before we defeated him in Praetorium, but I guess he used other vessels before that, then. His plain our Asian counterpart meaneth to follow wheresoever we lead. Or if otherwise, he would not suffer the overabundance of light in these woods. So, does only light hurt Asians, basically? Verily, it pervadeth every corner. So long as the Light Warden remaineth, the Sin Eaters shall be free to prey upon these lands without surcease? I've never seen that word before. If not is done, 'tis but a matter of time before the Blessed succumb. 2 years past, a swarm of Sin Eaters did lay waste unto their largest settlement, killing a great many of their priests in so doing. Excuse me? Though some few did survive, they knew not how to go on. Uh-oh. Excuse me again. I have to prevent hiccups there. Wayward souls in want of a guiding hand. For a mercy, Y'shtola hath provided that which they sorely needed. They have since endeavored to restore their home, and thither shall we bend our steps, the fort gone. Fort gone. Alright. One time on one of my ults, when I came through here, the grassman was right here. Right here! As soon as I came in. And yeah, he immediately attacked me. I had to run for my fucking life. For those who don't know who the grassman is, it's a rank mark, I guess? Yeah. An A rank mark, and its appearance is basically Harambe. It's Harambe, basically. Well, where's this friend of yours we've come to meet? We both know how Urianger enjoys painting pictures with his words, but he did not exaggerate about this place. This place looks like it's been burned to the fucking ground. Oh! It's the place from the trailer with Y'shtola and Urianger. Yeah. But it's already burned down, so... Urianger said they were rebuilding, but there's no one here. So this is what he was talking about. Okay, so I think it's safe to say at this point, yeah, everything that happened in the trailer, if it wasn't already obvious before, was before we got here. Tancred rescuing Minfilia from the, you know, that lion sin eater, and probably in the Yulmoran jail. And then, you know, Urianger and Y'shtola here. Talking about accepting or defying their fate.
I see little sign of recent activity, nor hath any meaningful progress been made with the reconstruction. Mayhap Y'shtola sought shelter elsewhere. Come, let us quit this place.
Now, surround them!
Uh-oh.
These Sin Eaters, they're not like the others.
There's a reason for that. Lower your weapons, please. We mean you no harm.
How is it they can speak?
It's a Sin Eater trick. They mean to kill us all.
I think I said this is my first. I definitely didn't resist. Fuck it, it's still the funniest answer. I'm gonna do it again. Ah.
That will seem a lot less amusing when we are forced to kill them.
Yeah, I remember that line. Sorry, Thancred. I had to do it again. It's been 2 years, alright? I had to have fun.
Oh, for the love of... I had hoped that by accompanying you, we might come to understand one another. But all I have come to understand is that you have a knack for inflaming the natives. You've committed the cardinal sin of boring me. And so I retire to the shade. Good luck.
You bastard!
Of course, he pieces out.
Did you see that one disappear?
I think I preferred La Habrea.
Enough. Runard, report.
Master Matoya. We apprehended them as you ordered, but are you certain these are Sin Eaters?
The intense light of the ether I saw was unmistakable. If not Sin Eaters, then what?
'Tis passing queer that Y'shtola should mistake us for the enemy, is it not? Mayhap it hath been too long since last she beheld the radiance of thine ether. Master Matoya, hath time truly made strangers of us?
Nay, I recognize you, Urianger, Thancred. And this is Minfilia of the First, of whom you spoke before.
Just so. And knowing as thou must that we come in peace, might I prevail upon thee to have thy comrades lower their arms?
First explain this other presence in your company, the one I know not. There is but one manner of creature in this world whose ether is suffused with such an abundance of light.
Mine apologies, Master Matoya, but thou art mistaken. Before thee standeth our dearest comrade, the truest hero among us. Though he is but recently arrived here in the First, not one but 2 Light Wardens have already perished by his most puissant hand.
It cannot be.
She has to hear my voice, yeah. I want to say this one. Like, I'm torn between these two, mostly, so I'll go with this one. Nice to see you too, Master Matoya.
Master Matoya?
Lower your weapons. Forgive us this hostile welcome. Come. I would give you a proper introduction to Raktika and its people.
Yeah, that could have ended a lot worse. I didn't expect her to be so imposing in person. Yeah. I mean, I was gonna say she usually kind of is, but this is a whole new level. It's like she's become 10 times more badass, or if not twice as much. She's definitely changed. I feel like a lot of the characters have in the time they've been here. Even Thancred seems a little different from how he used to be as a rogue back in the source. Like they underwent minor personality changes. Well, some of them less minor than others, but yeah. That ended a lot better than it might have. No thanks to him itself. Yeah, that dude was throwing us under the bus and he knew it. But she should imagine him a stranger. Yeah, that was weird. What the fuck, Yustola? You've been busy since arriving in the first, I gather. But I would hear the tale of your travails in more suitable surroundings. With Fort Gong yet to be rebuilt, the Knights Blessed have made their home in a settlement to the northeast. I will await you at its entrance. Follow the path through yonder gate, and you will find me soon enough. Not what I meant to do. It's up the road. There you are. I was beginning to worry. Much like the 12s would, this forest has a way of dealing with those who stray too far from the beaten path. But I digress. Like Harambe, nearly tearing my fucking skull off last time I was here. But I digress. Let me show you the home of the Knights Blessed. Have you ever seen such a tree? I think these are only the roots. Holy shit. Yeah, I can't even look up sharply enough to see the actual tree proper, I guess. To make their home here so swiftly would surely have required no small amounts of ingenuity. A most impressive feat, wouldst thou not agree? Yeah, definitely.
Slitherbow is the largest of the blessed settlements. They worship no gods, instead revering darkness itself. It is a curious kind of faith, but one which has granted them the strength to persevere in the wake of the flood. I hope you weren't expecting a grand feast by way of welcome. They are a simple people.
It's all good. I'm just happy I'm not having arrows pointed at me anymore.
Now, I would hear of your travels away from prying ears. Come. I see. And now you seek the Light Warden of Raktika. In the days after I arrived in the First, I too relied upon the Crystal Exarch for guidance. But his penchant for secrecy and the telling of half-truths soon lost him my trust. And thus did I strike out on my own.
That's why she doesn't want to talk to him.
My work eventually led me here to the forest, which I've come to know like the back of my hand. I cannot say with certainty where your quarry is hiding, but I am confident I can narrow the search.
Well, go on then.
Some few thousand years ago, this forest stood at the heart of the Empire of Ronka. A great many relics of that civilization can still be found to the east in Ixmaya. Or rather, could be found, were the area not fiercely guarded. Ixmaya, you see, is home to a tribe of warriors whose lineage is said to date back to the time of the Empire. Any attempt to enter their territory is met with lethal force. They offer no warnings, and suffer no trespasser to escape. Needless to say, my every attempt to survey the area has been thwarted.
Mayhap the Warden hideth there, full knowing none may approach it for fear of these protectors.
As for the tablet, I find the timing of its discovery suspiciously convenient. If I did not know better, I would think someone was trying to curry favor with me. Regardless, it will take time to decipher these writings. Yet I would not be at all surprised if they somehow held the key to entering Ixmaya unmolested. The Exarch has a nose for serendipity.
If there is aught I can do to assist thee in unraveling their secrets, thou needst only ask.
Thank you, Urianger. I may well take you up on that offer. While we set to work, might I suggest you take a tour of the city? Should you be in any doubt as to the importance of your role as the Warrior of Darkness, the people here will surely cure you of it.
I must say, Ishtola, while most of us have struggled to come to terms with our altered circumstances, you seem to have adapted rather well.
Lest you forget, Master Matoya and I dedicated our lives to uncovering the truth which hides at the heart of our world. Though separate, the fate of this reflection is nevertheless bound to that of our home. That I would be daunted by such an invaluable opportunity is absurd.
Alright, it was just a compliment, shit!
But what of you, Thancred? Could it be that you are still struggling to come to terms with the nature of your young companion?
Uh-oh, she knows! A woman's intuition.
My struggles are none of your concern. Quite why you would speak thus and in this company, I do not know. Perhaps you left more of yourself back in the source than I assumed. If you'll excuse me.
Shit, he didn't like that one. Oof.
He understands that I'm not the same. That I'm not her.
Understands, perhaps, but does not accept. The question being whether he ever will. And whether you will, more importantly. As difficult as your circumstances may be, they are yours, not his. 'Tis you and you alone who bears ultimate responsibility for your life. But you need not make any hard choices now. Why not go and get some fresh air, clear your head?
Well, folks, unfortunately, it's that time. I don't know if we can actually go out and find Thancred right now, but I doubt it. Let me see what they have to say before I go, though. I wish I'd never... We've all been there at one point or another in our lives. When Y'shtola first arrived in the First, she made swift work of the Cabinet of Curiosity. Her thirst yet unsated, she then journeyed hither seeking the wisdom of Ronka. She found little in the way of welcome from the Blessed, however. It was not until the Great Fire, where she denied the Sin Eaters a feast of ether, that she gained their trust. Since then I have served as liaison twixt Slitherbow and the Crystarium, that she might be kept abreast of the others' efforts. So yeah, that's what we saw in the trailer. The Great Fire. A day in the neighborhood. Alright, well, like I said, that'll be next time. We're just at the 2-hour mark, just past it, 2:03, so I gotta go. So, just like last time, I get this set up, like so. For the Sanctuary, so it'll be instant this time, unlike last night. Yeah, so just like last time, thank you all very much for watching. I always appreciate all the support on YouTube and Twitch. And as always, please take care of yourselves, stay safe out there, look after each other, and until next time, please have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. And yes, I will be back a little bit later today to do at least another hour or two, so until then, see you then. Peace.
Emotional damage.